So the other day, a kid came walking into my classroom and it was one of my mentees. And a mentee, I mean, these are kids that I've worked with for the last 4 years. We just have conversations about life. And this person was pretty upset about something that happened between that person and one of the friends of that person. And so we got talking about it and I listened, and these two kids were friends for, I don't know, 5, 6 years. And I said, why can't you just forgive them? And the student was like, I can't just forgive somebody. They should feel bad. I'm like, why can't you just forgive them? But and I said, whoa, hold on. It's not about they. The reason you forgive is for you. Hi, my name's Tim Burning. I'm a chemistry teacher here at the school I teach at. I teach a little bit about methane and magnetism. And besides just teaching about science, I like to teach kids about the world we live in and how to interact with other people. So here's another teaching moment with Tim. And I personally think there are 3 things that you can do for yourself to make yourself a stronger person. One is to love yourself and love others. All right. And I made a video talking about love, and I can link that down below. The second thing is you have to be proud and confident about who you are. All right. That's huge for what you want to become. The third is you got to learn to forgive. And the reason you need to learn to forgive is because it is so empowering for yourself. All right. When you forgive somebody, you are going to be letting go of a weight, or if you forgive yourself, okay? But to do this, you have to be humbled. And something that Wayne Dyer likes to say is you have to put your ego aside. Your ego is when you edge God out, when you think you're bigger than things, in my opinion. And I agree with Wayne Dyer. And so when it comes time to forgive, you have to do it for yourself, not necessarily for someone else. So someone crosses you, someone treats you bad, someone hurts you, or maybe you're doing it to yourself. You have to look into the mirror and say, hey, I forgive you for what you've done. By saying I forgive you, what you're saying is what is in the past is in the past. Yeah, it may have hurt, it may have really sucked, but I need to move on with my life. I need to move on with a relationship, and I need to just move on, okay? Referring Wayne Dyer again, he has this saying, if it's his, maybe he just quotes somebody else, is that a snake bite never kills anybody, but it's the venom. And if you think about that, that is so true. When you get bit by a snake, I got bit by a gardener snake once when I was little, probably about 10. I tried to pick it up. It bit me. When you get bit by a snake, it's just a piercing of the skin. It's just cutting of your skin. You get a cut on your skin over time, what's it going to do? It's going to heal. But if it's a venomous snake, what happens then is the venom gets into your blood. And then it starts circulating. It circulates and circulates. And that is when damage occurs. So let's take that and think about forgiveness. Something happens to you, right? You get cut off in traffic, somebody swears at you, somebody disrespects you. Maybe you're doing something to yourself. All right, that is like a facial wound. That is just fracturing the skin. That is just cutting into the skin. But when that becomes harmful is when you keep replaying that incident over and over and over. All right? Something happened to you. A friend lied to you. Maybe you got cheated on. Maybe somebody told something that was not true about you. I don't know. That happened in the past. That's just like a puncture wound. That will heal. You have to have the ability to forgive and forget that. All right? You have to let it go. Because if you don't, it's just going to keep circulating inside of you. And that's going to build up stress. It's going to build anger. It's going to build anxiety. But you got to understand, you have the power to let that go. So tonight, before you go to bed, look in the mirror and forgive yourself for something you did. Maybe you hurt somebody. But once you say, I forgive you, you're going to find this calmness comes over yourself. And you're going to be like, I am going to be okay. But it's powerful. You have to be able to humble yourself and say, I'm going to take a step back and just say, I forgive you. I was wrong. That's hard to do. All right, admitting you were wrong, even to yourself. So your homework tonight, goal for you is to forgive someone. If you have a friend you have not talked to for, 2 days, 5 days, 7 years, because of something that happened between you, forgive that person. It doesn't matter what they do. It matters what you do. You control yourself. You forgive them. It's going to relieve this tension, this stress, this burden. And at night sometimes, look in the mirror and forgive yourself for things that you have done, like I mentioned. All right? Forgiveness is such a powerful tool. Hey, remember that you're strong, you're powerful, and there's greatness within you. Have a good day.